Hi, John here. In this video I will show you how I set up my Facebook ads columns, for my e-commerce stores. I run a couple of different seven-figure e-commerce stores, so basically for me to understand all numbers that are like happening in Facebook, I just want to have like that kind of like fastest possible way, that shortcut that will just show me a couple of those most important values, so I can like make some decisions, and not dig too much deep in numbers. Well, you need to know your columns, because if you don't know what's happening, you are like running like blind, and if you are like spending a lot more money, that's like suicide, Maybe you just like life on the edge, So you need to know your columns and you need to be able to set them up properly and set those like values that actually matter. Because sometimes people just put there like some values that has nothing to do with their business. I don't even know why they are putting those values there. So I will show you exactly like what are my columns, so you can also like set it up on your e-commerce business and just use that, because I'm using it last 6 years at least, and always same columns, because it didn't like change much. Okay, so as you can see here, this is my layout. This is something what I'm like looking every day, and basically what gives me everything I need to know about my campaigns, see, because it's important. Every time when you log into Facebook, to want to check your campaigns, I just don't want to like spend there like 2 hours to like dig deep, have there like 50 different like columns and don't know what to do with them. I just want to have like couple like specific columns, so I know that my ads are like delivering, my ads are spending, my ads has like some normal clicks, it's converting, it's making money, there is like tons of ROAS. So that's what I want to know, I just want to know it's like making money, so I can like switch it off and just like do some other things. So I will now show you like all these columns specifically. So we will look on this at ad set level layout, because I mean you probably don't need like campaign level layout that much, because most of the time you will always like look inside of your ad sets. I mean, if you have like tons of automated rules like me, you probably also like don't need to watch it that much, anymore, because all these rules will like do your work, which is basically my situation, because I use all these rules that I show you in the previous video and I don't do anything anymore with like optimization. It just works, and I then decide what ad sets we are going to launch next day, and where I will just like spend more money. So I will just go through that selection, through that layout. First, I want to of course know like my ad set name, right? It's kind of important. Also, you need to have like that campaign structure like set up correctly, okay? Also, watch that other video that I created about that campaign structure, because again, like this is like part of that structure. So then I want to know my CPM. Well, I want to know how much my CPM costs right now, because it's not for me like something that make me to decide if I will stop ad set or let it run, Basically, that CPM is like the least important metric in my layout, right? I just want to know what's happening, because I see that every time when comes like some Facebook wave, I see that CPM like goes up or down, and I just with that CPM kind of like see what's happening the day. So CPM I use CTR. I mean, that's like obvious, right? Because I want to know like what's percentage of my click-through rate, through that ad. So I just want to know like how much people are clicking through those ads that when they see them, because I'm testing sometimes like a lot of different versions of ads, and just by looking at that ad set level, layout, I just want to know which one of them are having like highest CTR. I want to know those like different groups of people that I'm like sending my ads to, that different types of targeting that they are having like biggest percentage. That's very like important for me, because when I'm like targeting like some car industry with like some product of like in like other industry, and I see that that percentage is like a little bit lower, it's kind of like giving me like all these indicators that kind of like build that whole picture about it advertising. So then I want to know CPC. That's like obvious, you want to know how much you're paying for clicks. Recently with that like huge crisis, like CPC, if you are running ads, like went down a lot. Right now I see that people are like coming back to work because the CPC is growing again. Because before that, like for example on Christmas, my CPC was running usually around like 75 cents, in like whole March, and like basically till now in April. Well, my CPC was like running at like 25 cents. It was like super cheap. I had like best months, and I see now it's like around like 40, almost. So I see that there's like a change coming, and it's getting back to normal. You just want to see all these like numbers, and again, you are like creating your like own picture about it, advertising. Even when you have those automated rules and they are like managing everything for you, you still need to have like some kind of like overlook around your promotion, so you know what you are going to launch like next day, because basically that's your like main focus, right? About those ad sets for next day, because you always want to like launch things that will work and that will like where you will not lose money, and this is kind of what like help you to know what you are going to do, what's your like next step. Then I have like link clicks, that's basically like obvious. I mean, I just want to see like link clicks. I mean, I know how much I'm paying like with CPC, but I just want to have it like next to it, so I see like, okay, it has like 50 clicks and it didn't convert, That's another like thing that I want to know. Again, then budget, because well, I want to know how much it's spending. I mean, I already have it in my like naming structure, so I know the budget, but well, I just want to see there as well. Then I have like amount spent. Well, I think that's like most important metric, I just want to know how much money are like burned and like how much money you gave Facebook. That's probably like, yeah, everybody needs to know how much money they spent. So definitely put it there. Then my another metric, and that's probably like one of the most important metric, is purchase conversion value. I mean, that's probably like mostly for people with e-commerce stores, because you want to know if you spend like $20 and you made like 2 sales and those sales were like $50, you just want to know that your ROAS is like over 2 or something. Again, purchases. I want to know purchases because I need to know how many purchases that specific ad set had, Because, for example, when I see ad set and it has like 2 purchases in one day, I just know it's like great, because one purchase might be like some kind of like accident, it might be luck, but 2 purchases, it's like great audience, So then I always, even when I'm like duplicating those ads and scaling them, like you saw in the previous video, I just always like take ad sets that has like, they are having probably like 2 purchases and more, because then I know that if I'm like duplicating it, I'm duplicating like working things and not just like some kind of lucky strikes, What's your purchases? I want to know cost per purchase. It's not so much actually like important for me, because, well, you can have like a higher cost per purchase, but if you are getting like a lot of these double purchases, it doesn't really matter, So because I'm getting like tons of like double sales, so that cost per purchase is not so important. I mean, for some people probably is, but for me it's like I don't look at it that much, But I definitely want to know my purchases, and I definitely want to know how many add to carts I have. So, well, you need to know your add to carts, right? Because it's important to know that if that ad set is like working and people are adding it to that cart, trying to buy it, right? Adds to carts are important metric, but in this case, I care actually also about cost per add to cart a lot, because, well, if you already have like a lot of products that are like working a long time for you, and you kind of know like behavior of those products in your promotion, I can basically like tell based on these numbers, based on like cost per add to cart, like if the day will be like good or bad for the product. Because I know that, for example, like here's product that every time when it has like that overall cost per add to cart around like $4, I know that this will be great day, because like tons of add to carts, it will be awesome. But if cost per add to cart the day is running around like 6 or 7, I know that it will be like maybe it will be like not so great, I always, when I see that lower cost per add to cart, I just know that it will be a great day. I mean, it's obvious that if you have like a lot of add to carts, it's like also great. But for me, I don't know. It's like in my head. I just, when I see like that, I orient about that cost per add to cart for some reason. I don't know. Purchase ROAS. Don't be like only like running around just ROAS number, because sometimes it means nothing. Because sometimes you can think that like people are saying like, oh, I have like 2 ROAS, but I have almost like no profit, because they have like two ROAS, but they have like no product margin, right? So I have like huge margins on my products. So I can even have like ROAS like 1.5 and I'm still like making tons of money. What is like your break even point, So you need to know that if you have like 1.8, it's like great day. If you have 2, it's like perfect, or if you need like at least like 1.9 to like make it through next day, because some people, even when they are like when they are having like ROAS around like 2, they are still like in loss, So it also depends like how your business is set up. But you need to know your ROAS. You need to know exactly at what point is your break even, from what point you are making money and profit. Yeah, well, and here we have like attribution window. I always have it like on 20-day click and 1-day view. It's important because sometimes person can like see ad but convert like 2 weeks after that, But if you will have that attribution in 28-day click, that means that those conversions that came from that previous promotion that you had in like 2 weeks ago, you will see them even after those 2 weeks. So otherwise, I think Facebook would ignore those conversions that came like later. And again, definitely like save it, click on preset. So set up your columns based on my setup and it will definitely help you. I mean, what I'm trying to always do here is make everything as simple and clean as possible. From my structure, from automated rules, from everything. I just want to know everything what's going on and I just want to have like complete like simple promotion. So that's why I also have like columns. I just want to like look at it and just see exactly what's going on. I just want to have like everything simple. So if you will take something from it and you will use it on your business, it will definitely help you. I just don't want to have like complicated things, I don't want to have like complicated life. I just want everything to be like easy and awesome and full of flowers, So, and this will kind of like help you. So definitely use like my layout. So don't forget to subscribe, join Adferation, now it's best time. And well, if you want to get out of the Facebook circle of hell, download my ebook, it's like a ninja style guide, for people who want to restart a promotion. And yeah, we will see each other in next video. Bye.